Good evening. It's Norma Cowie here, a little late because it seemed like what I had put up to get us ready didn't work. I don't know what I was supposed to click or don't click because it didn't work. It didn't click. But, that's like life. Life sometimes gives us different things that we work on or do or whatever. But I'm presuming I'm on live now. People can get in and make your comments, which I would welcome. And if not, this will be the shortest mental mind treatment alive. So I do have a couple of things to say, and hopefully we will have some people join us. It's the learning curve I thought I had down, but obviously I don't have it down. So that's the way it works sometimes. So the God box insight cards tonight. I asked, okay, I want one for tonight. And it just is, believe it or not, is the one that has all the information on it. But on the other side, it says, what I do with my whole mind, my whole heart, and my whole soul. Isn't that not how we're supposed to do everything? Are we supposed to just play? It's kind of like, do we bank going, when we're baking something, my mother taught me, like when we're doing bread, we're right in there, but if we're making shortbread, we're really making it with our fingers. That's how I was taught anyway. But not that I've made shortbread for a long time. So anyway, I'm just going to copy something, sorry, down here that I was a little also late getting, just wanted to know that. Okay, I'm going to be ready to sort of begin fully. But you know what I brought out today? Sound. I'm a big person on sound. These are some industrial sound makers that I particularly like for clearing energy. And as things have got a little confusing around here, I think that I need to do that. And for those of you that don't know and realize the power of sound, is that maybe you'll want to learn a little more. I have for years have a bell also, just a regular little ring bell that I use a lot when I was doing my ghost busting work years ago. And I would go in and find out, using my pendulum, find out where all the issues were. And then I would use my bell very often to clear the energy, which was excellently done. Okay, I want to welcome those of you that are here, Karen, CJ, and Grace B. Thank you. And I see Karen has what she would like a treatment for. Can I just explain a little bit if you're new? Treatments are an alternative kind, not a kind of prayer, excuse me. I'm a little befuddled. I don't like it when things don't work exactly as I want them to. Is a prayer. It's an alternative prayer method that it took me years to find. And when I found it, I have used it ever since. It contains 5 steps. Basically, it's like I didn't like the prayer I was taught as a child. And I wondered, how do you speak to the universal love energy, which we could call God, or we could call whatever we want, high power. It doesn't matter to me. But to me, it's the universal love energy, without pleading or asking, like begging almost. So what I found was this through a period of time that I trained actually for this, is you talk directly using 5 basic steps. And they include acknowledgement, statement of what you want, giving thanks, and then releasing the thought that you've created. It's like creating thought forms. And for those of you that often come on and watch, you can follow often what I'm saying. Now, I might say I complicate these a little bit because I get asked for 3 numbers because I like to have a little psychic twist in there as well. So when I talk to Karen, who is the first one of actually putting out what she wants, and I see her 3 numbers, and then I'll read what she asks for, and she would love a treatment for accepting myself more. Yeah, accepting ourselves more. It's so, I'm a little bit philosophical today, so if I go off on one of my talking tangents, please bear with me. The biggest thing we have, and it's the number 12 that often comes up for people is about acceptance. And I find that very often we don't accept what is, because we cannot change anything until we've accepted what is. Then we can work on changing it. So we want accepting the self more. But let me look at Karen's 3 numbers. First number, number 12, acceptance. You know, it is said we're made in God's image. And I don't know, because we all have bumps and things that don't work well. We overreact. We have all these emotions. And a lot of this, we forget that this is an emotional planet and we're dealing with emotions, and our feelings are real for us. And the acceptance of them very often is something that's very important, because when we accept who we are, we can move into balance. We can look at what we know. We begin to recognize what we put out in the world, and we can monitor that a lot more. And once we have that working for us, we can even become more balanced. And that's what I see in your numbers, Karen, is just acceptance that you already know. It's just, how do you balance that? Where are you maybe getting a little unbalanced in places? But it's like you have your goal, and that's what you strive for. Whatever is the goal of where you are and where you're going. So let's just move into the treatment part here. I know there is one power in one essence, and I know that I am at one with that power and that one essence. And therefore, I speak my word for Karen in this moment, knowing that accepting self is like a step. I just feel it's a step. It's like making I'm just going to take the living room for example, making a circle in the living room, and you're sitting outside the circle, and then you step into the circle and totally accept your A-OK in that moment. And then when you step back out of that circle, it can be imaginary. You don't have to actually make it, but imaginary. So you move out of that, you take with that awareness that you are absolutely accepted, loved, supported, all of those things right there, right now for you to be able to utilize and work with. I know that in accepting, then you'll be able to move forward with such ease and grace that you'll be more in command of who you are. And it doesn't matter what anybody says, because you know in your heart where you're at. I give thanks in the knowingness of this. I give thanks in knowing that you have universal support. You have universal love. You have universal awareness as you move forward to become more of who you truly are. And your goal of whatever that may look like is available and reachable and doable. And so as I release this with love and gratitude, I release this by saying, and so it is. Amen. Okay. Let me just take a look at mine. Thank you, people, for coming in. That's good. Marianne says, good evening, Norma. I was waiting for your tube, but it didn't bump me over to the live one. Didn't bump me either. I had to begin from scratch. So there will be a lot of things not on. I did it very fast in the end. But yes, it probably happened to a lot. Yeah, Mary was on the other. I know people probably are over there waiting for me, but I couldn't get on. I don't know. This is twice it's happened when all of a sudden I put it up saying, okay, I'm coming. And I'm supposed to just click, and I don't know what I do. Oh, well, whatever. I'm so glad you found me. Yes, Marie said she was coming on a little bit later. So Marie, thank you for coming on. And I got your information that you texted to me. Okay, CJ, you're next. Do you see a treatment for the numbers 11, 33, 44, for all these master numbers, Please, that my guides are telling me. Yes, they're telling you, because so I want to break this a little bit in a different way, because I was looking at this. 44 is the year I was born. 33, there's no one as a master number. So is 11. That's my birthday numbers is pretty well as well. I'm looking at my birthday, not this month. But it'll be next month, which begins on Saturday. Anyway, what am I chatting about here? I'm chatterbox right now because I got in a panic when I couldn't open my thing. Now then I have to go find an how to cancel that when this is all over. But anyhow, okay, CJ. I want to first of all address your numbers without being a little bit flippant with them. These are master numbers, and if your guides are giving them, I would just wonder if you are really in your potential and in your true awareness of who you really are. Sometimes, again, I want to go to the acceptance. Sometimes the acceptance of who we are and realizing that we are in a human body that has emotions and we interact with people who have different frameworks and different beliefs and different understandings, and how we work with all that is just to remember in the depth of our hearts who we really, really, truly are. Now, asking your guides to give me clarity and also a different way here as I move into the treatment. You see, I know that through the connection that I can speak my word for whoever needs words spoken for. And as I speak my words for CJ in this moment, what I see is actually, I get a vision. What I see is standing on a shoreline. Sea is not really as important as the new dawn coming. There's new dawn coming here, whether it's in the world or whether it's just for you, CJ, but there's newness. But you're on this side of where a sea. So that means transition. That means a sense of moving forward. And it's like, hold the vision of what you really are wanting. Hold the vision and know that time is your friend. It's one of my favorite sayings, actually, but time is your friend as you move through to embrace that new dawn that is there, a new awakening, a new awareness. And it's like you get glimmers of it. I feel you got glimmers of it, you know it, but it's like it should be here now. But no, it's not quite here yet. It's time. But you can I use the word solace? You can take it in knowing that you're on the right path, you're on the right track, you're on the right awareness of the direction of where you're heading and where you're going. It is this knowing I am incredibly grateful that you are on your way, that it's there, but it's time, and waiting and being all that you can be. When that dawn comes, you'll be able to embrace it fully and be there and go, big breath, and just settle into it and say, yes, I'm here now. So thank you very much for asking that. And that's one I think I'm just pleased, and I release this thought knowing that it is true as I give tremendous gratitude by saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. So GA, I love you, CJ, I love your comments because I'm trying to work with my spiritual guides. And sometimes patience is the biggest thing when you're working with spirit guides. Their timing is a little different, yes, and their awareness of us in some ways. I worked with mine for many, many, many years, and teaching me, showing me, giving it, and it's worth it. You just carry on. But sometimes we have to recognize it, we're not at that time yet. And so acceptance of time is my friend was one thing I lived with for a long time. One of those things I had in my mind. So thank you for reminding me that, because I hadn't been thinking of that lately. Okay, I'm going to go now to my little book here. Don't have a lot tonight, so we'll see how we do. This is for Celeste. The numbers that I put down here were 1, 5, and 7. And it says that everything is possible, needing a little bit more knowledge and awareness and a letting go of the old. Sometimes we get frameworks in our minds and in our belief systems, that kind of say, well, this is who I am, or this is what I've been through, and this is what I'm all about. And there's a little package in there in that subconscious mind of yours or anybody else's. And it's like sometimes we have to let that vision of who we are or what we are literally disappear. That is not always easy, but it can be done. In the desire to move forward into how we want to be, we must create, first of all, an image of how we want to be in order to work with it. And that's why I see here all things are possible, just needing more knowledge, more awareness, more, and leaving the past behind. Like whatever the viewpoint of yourself, whatever other people's viewpoints are, you leave them behind. But anyway, let's see as we go into treatment what we see, or as I'm told. Knowing there is one power and one essence, I speak my word for Celeste, and knowing that clarity and awareness is there. That as the movement forward in love and light and determination to be and have what is wanted in the life, what gives the value in the life, there is also almost like a feedback of having value for the self, knowing your value. Value on the outside reflects the value inside. Value in what is going on outside is a reflection of deep doubt or deep non-belief, or just a pile of so many others words that have been said to you. I sense here that you pick up other people's thoughts. Make sure that you've got your radio band, so to speak, tuned in to the level of the thoughts that you want to hear or support. When we pick up other people's thoughts, very often we forget they're not ours, but we incorporate them into our own thinking system. So it's about separating, who am I? Who does this really belong to? Not that it's important, but just recognizing it. This isn't me. This is not how I want to think. This is not how I want to be. And you breathe it out. And you come back to the center of who you are, where your spirituality is taking you, where your connection is with the higher power, or as I call it, the love source. Bring it through and basically step out of. That's why the number came up of leaving behind. To step out of other people's perceptions, other people's thoughts, other people's desires for you. Move into what you know for you, and it feels like caught in my gut more than my heart. It feels like it's caught in my gut, and it's like expunging. It's like letting go. Now I'm going to do a little thing. I'm just pulling out of the treatment for a minute. Very often people send what we call connections, where they tie in and they link in. I do a lot of energy releasing for people. I do it, and I'm not a believer of cutting cords. I want to make sure that's really clear, because that does not solve anything as far as I'm concerned. What you need to do is unplug. And this goes back to the thinking. And that's why my gut, because the solar plexus is one of the places that a lot of people who especially want emotional control will hook in. And you look a little bit like a pincushion. So it's like we want to unhook all those, send them back to where they belong, and then begin to firm your energy level so nothing can come in. That you can move forward in freedom and knowledge and awareness, because everything is possible for you to create exactly what you want. We want clarity. Clarity is you claiming your own space. You're claiming your thoughts. You're claiming your feelings. You're claiming your goals. This is what I want, and this is where I'm heading, and this is what I'm going to do. And the rest of you can just do your own thing. Big breath as we let go, knowing that there is one power, and that power is with you no matter what. I give thanks in knowing that Celeste can move forward in clarity, free from anybody else's perceptions of who she is, and what she should be. and allowing herself to blossom into the beauty that she really is. And I give thanks as we release this, knowing it is true and is done. And so it is. And so that is okay. Next one is for Marion. Numbers given to me were 3, 6, and 12. And I'm just going to talk to those in a moment right now. The 3 to me is always, remember, I use the tarot Higher Arcana cards as a base, is the love vibration. That there is love here for you, around you, and for you. And when we get to the number 6, that's a little like confusing. It's like, yes, this is where I am. I know where I'm at, but I don't know. There's too. I just feel there's too many. You know, my brain hurts. It's like there's too many mixed messages coming in. And although we have this 12 sitting here, which is acceptance, like what are we accepting? That's what I'm seeing here. The only thing to accept that I can see is love, and love is support, forgiveness, awareness, yes. And not allowing other people's thoughts or words or elements that are happening out in the world to block and stop the essence of who you know you are. Now, I know we were asked for you to be able to receive what, and I'm going to read it as I wrote it down, receive money, which is available for you to create your heart's desire. Opportunities is what the word that comes running right into my head. So let's say opportunities to replace maybe the word money for the moment. I know in the one power and the one essence, I know that Marion is connected to the love force. I know that she is open to receive and to receive opportunities which are available so that she can create her heart's desires. What I see here is it's like a stack of cards, we'll say. I don't know what kind of cards they are. I'm not familiar, but like they're kind of thickish cards. And then there's a little stack of some different kinds of cards. And we're looking at the bigger stack saying, this is what will work. I just have to concentrate on this stack and it'll be done. But I'm getting a big X over that stack saying, be open to opportunities. Be open to allow the universal force to create your heart's desires for you, no matter what it looks like, no matter how it shows up. But when we put the old saying, put our eggs in one basket, very often that doesn't always work as well. And that's the message tonight, is to be open to opportunities which are available for creating your heart's desire. So it is the concentration of the heart's desire and allowing the universe to bring the opportunities to receive them. You can't outthink the universe. The universe is full of miracles. My life's the proof of that. You can't outthink it. But when you think, what you do is restrict. So it's like opening like a lotus. Open to opportunities to create the heart's desire, because the heart knows what it wants. The heart is very clear on what it wants. Therefore, we can move that through. I give thanks in the knowing. I give thanks in the inspiration. I give thanks in the awareness that this is for Marianne, that her heart's desire will come to her through some opportunity or other. And for this knowingness, I truly give thanks by saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is as we release this out, knowing it is true and done. And so it is. Amen. Whew. Okay. Wow. It's a good lesson for that. Sometimes other people listen to these during the week, and I often get an email saying, thank you for that. Thank you for what, I don't know which one, but, that it really helped me, or it made me see, or it changed something in me. And really, that's one of the reasons we do this. I thank each one of you who does come and tell me. And I see Grace B's arrived. Thank you very much for being here. Now, I've got 2 more here written down. So this is for Kathy. I got 7, 20, and 15. 7 is changing. We've seen 7 come up here a couple of times. And 7 is about letting go the past and being prepared to let go of the past to move forward. And 20 is the acceptance fully of what life, clicking on my lamp here, life brings to us. But also the number 15 shows emotionally it's fearful. So it's like, on one hand, yes, I'm ready, and 15, I don't know if I'm ready to do this. So when I move into this, that was asked for was to be open and let go of restrictions. So as I move into that one power and one essence, and that I know that's in all things, I speak my word for Kathy. And as I speak my word for Kathy, I know that there is an opening and a letting go of restrictions, because by letting go the restrictions, life becomes open and things flow. They flow in every level, whether it be financial, emotional, relationship. You think it's there. It's like someone's had a dam, and they open the dam and the water rushes through, and then the ions are all there. And so very great things happen. Great things happen. And it fills my heart knowing that. So I give thanks in the knowing that Kathy is open to let go of the restrictions so that she may proceed further to reap the rewards that life is bringing her, because there's many and it's big. I like it. So we give thanks by saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And we release the thought knowing it's true, it's done. And I say, and so it is. It's done. Okay. Oh, John's already said, you are appreciated, Norma. Blessings and love. I appreciate you mega, John, and I really love your comments. And you often send them to me. I appreciate it immensely. So now I'm going to, a friend of mine has put in a request. Maria's put in a request for her nephew, Dennis, and his daughter, Mia. Now, I just want to think for a moment on this. I've got 3, 16, and 12. Okay, I wanted to see where I needed to go with this first of all. Raising children isn't always easy, and I've said this before, and I'll say this again. If you are a parent, and I don't care how old you are, and I don't care how old your child is, please, and it can be in reverse, the child for the parent too. Please make sure the inner picture of your child or your parent is equal to their biological age. Conflict comes when the two don't match. And I have found, thank goodness, some have resisted doing that and they still have problems. But the majority of people that I work with who do change the internal picture, and I usually ask, close your eyes, look inside, how old are they? And some people don't believe me. But the thing is, it works. I know, because I've had to use it for my kids as they got older, and I wasn't keeping updated. And then I would remember when things got a little testy. You must have the inner picture of your children the same as where they're at. So in other words, we're looking here at a what did I get? 14-year-old, I think it was. If you see her at 7, you're going to have problems. You see her at 10, you're going to have problems. So anyway, this is for, through Maria, that's a dear friend of mine. This is for her nephew, Dennis. And please let him know that piece of knowledge. I know there is one power and one essence, because I see that there's love here, but there's also such stress, and acceptance of everything is so important. But in the power of love, in the power of the universal power of one mind, one essence, one thing for all of us, I can speak my word by knowing that this family can come into harmony, that can work together because of love and acceptance. If you see discord, there will be discord. If you see balance and acceptance, even if you don't like it, it will be balanced and accepted, and things will shift and change, especially when a person is young. They want independence. They want to be accepted as an adult. And very often a parent doesn't do that. Or often the parent feels feels restricted and will fight against it. And so that's what creates all the hassle that goes on. Through acceptance, through love, but acceptance of the age inside, not outside. The inside must match the outside. And I give thanks that this knowledge that was brought to me a long time ago, and knowing how effective it is and how important it is for all of us, no matter what age our children are, no matter what age our parents are, that we stay current, that we stay in touch with where they truly are, because things change. I give thanks in the knowledge that's here. I give thanks in knowing that peace can come into this home, or is available to them, their choice. I give thanks in knowing that all is well, no matter which way they go, because there's love. The basis of a relationship is love, and they have it. So we have to let go all of the other stuff and accept and realize where things really are. I give thanks in the knowledge, and I give thanks in the knowingness, and I release this knowing that it is true, it is done, and life will go on with peace and with harmony. So I give thanks. I give thanks to those of you that have come in today. I give thanks in particular for those that have talked to me. I look forward to next week coming up. Oh, by the way, I meant to say when I started, it was such a furor in the beginning there, and I apologize for that. It's been a beautiful day here. I spent a lot of my time outside on my patio with my flowers and with a book, and listening to some old 60s music, some part of it. It was really nice. It was really good. And then, of course, trying to get this thing working the way. Eventually, I'll figure it out. Believe me, I'm stubborn in that way. I also want to say, for those of you that have subscribed to the channel, I notice my numbers have gone up a little bit. Your subscriptions really, really help. So if you can just press the subscribe button, wherever that is on your screen, ring the bell, put the little bell as well, because then they let you know when I am on. Trustingly. And then also Wednesday is we're going to do I think on Sunday I said of August, but actually it isn't August, it's July. I'm doing the reading for July, because otherwise we're already into the month. So I want to do that this Wednesday. And then, of course, next Sunday is a Sunday thought. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your acceptance. And yeah, see you Wednesday. Thank you. Bye now.